Dear students, class time has arrived. Please return to the classroom. Today we look at the midgame. Every Tuesday is midgame day. How do we play the midgame well? That is today's question. The midgame contains many tactical themes. We have covered the pressing attack method, its direction, and last lesson's direct attack method. Later, we will study settling weak groups, sacrifice tactics, and the destructive power of invasions. All of these belong to midgame combat. What is this lesson called? Teacher Lu will reveal it later. To play the midgame well, you need power. This is a remaining tale from the straight line attack lesson. Last time, we said you cannot let the opponent control you. You must break out from this side. In this shape, Black must seize the initiative and head out. No matter how White answers, White becomes a lonely group. In the midgame, you cannot go soft. Some kids still play timidly, as if begging for mercy. You cannot be that weak. You also cannot obey the opponent. If White attaches and you simply follow White's orders, the whole thickness balance in the center changes. That brings us to the last theme from Lesson 3. This first shape is the final piece left from last lesson. The method here is a proactive, preemptive attack. To strike first means finding the attacking move before your opponent does. That was the final theme in Lesson 3. Before Lesson 4, let us review this position. Black refuses to be led around and takes the initiative first. Black to play. Where is the preemptive attacking move? What does preemption mean? It means finding your attacking method before the opponent finds theirs. In shapes like this, strong moves often pass us by before we even realize that an opportunity existed. For example, if Black merely presses here, White calmly reinforces with a small diagonal. At that moment, Black has missed the real chance. What was missed? A powerful move right here. Black can play the penetrating peep immediately. That is a proactive, preemptive assault. That is the proactive, preemptive assault. One student submitted this variation. To be fair, it is extremely optimistic. It is almost as if White resigned. I hardly know how to describe it. White has been made far too miserable. A real opponent will not simply refuse to resist. Black should peep here. If white connects, what happens inside next? Can you read the continuation clearly? After black peeps and white connects, can you read inside? Alright, what do you see?
White cannot extend. Otherwise, the tail gets cut off.
What do you think of this position?
The base has been scooped out.
Then what about these 5 stones on the upper left?
The left side? What?
Those 5 stones on the upper left. Are you worried about them?
Not worried.
Right? Those 5 stones are not easy to attack. White's harshest looking idea is to throw a bag over black's head and seal the whole group in. But the bag is thin plastic. Black attaches or simply flies out, move order is secondary. Does white truly dare to push and cut? Count the liberties. White has only 5. Black has 6 liberties, 1 more than white, so the push and cut does not work. Black has several local options and is not afraid of being sealed in. White stones become miserable, and the hane over 2 stones on the top is especially painful. This is a clear example of proactive preemptive assault. Now, what is the theme of Lesson 4? Some students played elsewhere. Their move comes from an old choseki, and every choseki has a continuation. After black's kamoku and pincer, white jumps 1 space. Black may extend 2 spaces or fly, and white attaches and then descends. I learned this as a child. That joseki is largely obsolete now. But if you do not know the modern local theory, the old line can still be used against an opponent with a stronger opening. It helps you dodge the opponent's opening punch and reach a slower game. It is also useful when you do not know the 2-space low pincer variations. After black flies and white attaches, never make the tiger's mouth. White adderus immediately, and black's shape collapses. The quieter continuation is perfectly playable and neutralizes prepared trick variations. In a tournament, once you understand your opponent's style and preparation, you can deliberately choose an avoidance line like this. If the opponent extends 2 spaces, black still has follow-up tactics in this area. The joseki I learned had black extend 1 space to reinforce. By today's standards, that move barely looks like go, though I played it for years. That was simply our era. We played such moves happily, and it seemed normal because I was certainly not the only one doing it. Everyone played it, including professional 9-dans. That is why we must accept that Go theory changes with time. Now we enter a new attacking method. Let us begin with this position. Let us look at this position. What kind of mid-game method is this? Black to play. How should black play here? Our next mid-game theme is attacking the opponent's weaknesses. One student has already played out the theme of the next lesson. He is probably admiring his move. He is saying, "Teacher Liu, look at my attack on the weakness." But children could write a whole encyclopedia of suicidal blunders. No matter how I look at this move, I cannot call it proper go. You may have drawn the variation neatly, but you have badly underestimated the opponent. Black even dares to cut. White simply extends, and black's whole position collapses. That belongs in the Encyclopedia of Suicidal Blunders, not under attacking weaknesses. The opponent is not weak at all. Another student's answer is similar. If someone else can play this way, I can push and cut too. That judgment is far too young. The diagram may be well made, but once this sequence ends, black has no continuation. Every route leads black into trouble. White hains and links up. Now count black's weaknesses. A is already dead, B is this entire group, and C is under Atari. Black is covered in defects. With that shape, how can black possibly attack white? Next is another student's large nightcapping press. We can prove that this attractive-looking move is not good. Compare this cap with the more distant move from another student's diagram. What important difference should black notice? If every white move in this area is sente and forces black to answer, then first judge whether white's group is strong or weak. The answer is clear. White is strong. That strength must determine the distance of black's attacking stones. Against a strong group, should black play close or farther away? Farther away is usually better. From farther away, black keeps follow-up moves and can fly down later. The close cap leaves black with no good next point. White can fly out, and black still has to reinforce the lower side. Once black reinforces, white extends on the left. After that exchange, white's framework expands immediately. There are three distinct plans here: attack from below, attack from the right, or tanuki. Some students chose Tanuki because the upper side extension is large. Black extends, white makes a large knight move, black defends, and white flies again. Suddenly, the whole board feels suppressed. White's moves look effortless and free, while black is being pushed around. White is also aiming at an invasion. Now black cannot decide whether reinforcing is necessary. The invasion is severe, and black cannot even connect cleanly along the side. Now the game becomes hard to play. That is the first mistake, leaving the main battlefield. The second idea is to jump from this side. Use a one-space jump. A two-space jump is too loose, white can attach and expose black's defects. Always secure your own group first. A one-space jump blocks white on this side, so it is certainly a move black should consider. But after white flies out, black still faces the first question. Must black reinforce? The second question concerns the huge right side framework. Is that framework truly good for black? Whenever you expand a framework, you must be ready for the opponent's invasion or harassment. Suppose white attaches. Black must judge whether this stone can really be attacked. Black hains, white backs off, black descends, white flies, black connects, and white jumps. Black uses the small diagonal, white descends. This is a perfectly normal sequence to visualize. White is not afraid at all, so black may never turn that framework into secure territory. The correct idea is to fly here. It blocks white's route to the left and also helps prevent an invasion. White jumps and black reinforces naturally. The emotional difference is important. This move order feels natural and fluent. Each move follows the direction of the position. There is another way to understand it. Let me set up a familiar shape. When black peeps out with a small diagonal, how should white answer? White must fly. White cannot attach on this side or press from above. Both choices move toward black's strength. Now reverse the move order. If black's stone were already here, would white still choose that point? Course not. That white move would be a terrible blunder. The two positions express the same principle. White was already strong, so black should not place another stone too close to white's strength. Try to absorb that relationship. If the idea is becoming clear, show me that you understand. In the actual game, black peeped here, white connected, and now how should black continue? The students gave several answers, and that is completely normal. You had very little time to think. With so little time, calculation cannot keep up, so most answers come from positional feeling. One student's answer was here, but once black has peeped in the upper right, this answer has no relationship to that peep. If you do not intend to continue in the upper right, do not peep there first, and whenever you play, remember one warning: keep your stones safe. If your step is too large, there is often danger. A large jump has weaknesses. White can peep, black gets attached and cut, and even if black reinforces, white can still attach here later. If you say you are not afraid, then show me how you answer. Are you trying to swallow me?
Wells,
Young and fearless. A newborn calf fears no tiger. Do you know what zodiac sign teacher Lou is? I am a tiger.
tiger. If you say it like that, you must be a tiger.
Then this really is. A newborn calf fears no tiger.
I read it wrong.
Can you still capture me this way? Probably not. What we need to study is a coherent plan. Peep and then peep again, or peep and then play the small diagonal, both sequences have connected logic. First, identify the target. White's group here is weak. Against that weak group, one student peeped and attached. That is a praiseworthy idea. It is a feint, threaten in the east, then strike in the west. Let us examine the local mechanics carefully. The students did not find the exact solution, and that is entirely normal. You had less than 10 seconds. If KGA suddenly showed me this position and demanded an answer, I would also need time to read it. One student's jumping point is definitely inferior to this flying peep. Let me correct that choice first. If black simply peeps, white blocks. Now, how is black going to capture white? The only plausible route is to connect solidly and try to capture, but even if it works, the gain is far too small. If black wants a direct attack, this move is much stronger. It destroys white's eye shape directly and also threatens to capture stones. If white connects, a child suggests attaching, but white can simply descend. What happens then? Black must calculate how the capture works. After careful reading, the result is not comfortable for black. Black can probably only bend here, and then white bends in return. Black cannot continue stubbornly. White hangs and slips out underneath. If black swallows the result and connects, white's descent remains sente in the future endgame. In the end, black can capture only 3 stones. White then turns around and invades the right side. Black is suddenly in danger. This straight line attack loses more than it gains. Compare it with our earlier themes: direction of attack, direct assault, and proactive preemption. This move does not truly fit any of them. The local test is simple. Can black capture, and is the capture profitable? If not, the attacking move is poor. Hang and extend on the top may look attractive, but white connects naturally, and black can no longer attack this group effectively. After black's peep makes white thick, look at black's own shape, it is extremely thin. So what should black do? In the actual high-level game, black chose the small diagonal. I checked the position with AI and it chose the same small diagonal. The human expert and AI agreed. Now let us understand why this quiet move is the key point. What is the intention behind the small diagonal? Can you see what black is accomplishing? Yes. Black is not really attacking white here, black is defending. Defending what? The invasion and forcing moves around this area. Let us look at the idea and function of black's small diagonal. This will reveal the theme of this lesson. Now we take a break.